All right, in this last video, we're going to talk about what is called the discriminant. The discriminant is the expression under the radical sign in the quadratic formula. The discriminant is what helps us determine the number of solutions our quadratic equation has. So we have the opportunity for three different types of solutions, which we talked about when we were looking at graphing, right? The fact that we could have two real numbers, we could have one real number, and then we could have that there are no real number solutions. And so we've seen this down here before with the graphs, right? But the discriminant itself is the b squared minus 4ac. That's what we're figuring out. And so looking at this top row here, if we are greater than 0, so those are positives, we have two real solutions. If our b squared minus 4ac equals 0, then there's only one real number solution. And then if it is less than 0, so our negative values, then there are no real number solutions. And that's all that it is. We're just taking the a, b, and c, plugging it into what is underneath the square root. And why are we only worried about what's underneath the square root? So when we look at that opposite b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, the reason we're worried about that is because that square root determines whether we have real or imaginary solutions. I know I didn't finish out this equation and the mathematician in me is freaking out, but because we can't, if this underneath here is negative, we can't truly find an answer to the square root of a negative number. That's why mathematicians created imaginary numbers. Because for some reason we have to have an answer for everything. But if it's positive, we can find a solution, and we would have both that positive and the negative of it, right? If it's 0, then our opposite b plus 0 will always be or even opposite b minus 0. They're both going to be the same thing. And then if it's negative, we can't figure out the square root. And so that's why that correlates with each of these, and why we really only focus when we're doing the discriminant to figure out how many solutions we would have. We only focus on what's inside the square root. Okay, so how do we use this? How many real number solutions does the following have? Well, in order to use it, we've got to put it equal to 0. So I've got to add the 5 to the other side, right? And so that will give us the equation 2x squared minus 3x plus 5 equals 0. From there, it's always your favorite, ABCs. So we have a 2, a negative 3, and a 5. And then I just plug in. We need b squared, so that would be negative 3 squared minus 4 times a times c. And then it's the substitution property. I just evaluate from here. So exponents first, negative 3 squared is 9. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my multiplication here. One of two ways. You can do 4 times 2 and then times 5. Or I'm going to do 2 times 5 because that's 10 and then take it times 4, so I end up with 40. And now we do, excuse me, 9 minus 40, which is a negative 31. And then because this is less than 0, let's put that up here. That is less than 0. We have no real solutions. And that's it. That's all you do for the discriminant. Again, if it would have been positive, we would have had 2 real solutions. If we would have ended up with 0, then we'd have 1 solution. But that's all you have to do. That's all the discriminant is. And that is it for 4.6. See you on the flip side.